And here comes Sir back the other way for the Mounties. Tries to give to Monroe. Heavy pressure there from Armstrong. Monroe nearly turns it over, gets it to Sir. Monroe. They find Ellison on the UCLA screen. Ellison inside, goes up strong, fouled and one. Count the basket for Tim Ellison. He will head to the free throw line for one more. Charge the foul to number 22 of the Blue Devils, Andrew Dogurga. He picks up his first. Ellison no good on the free throw. And the Blue Devils come back the other way with Armstrong. Armstrong working on Isaiah. Finds a cutting Rennie who is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. So back-to-back possessions with fouls to start the game here. Charge that foul to number 6 of the Mounties, Jonas Monroe. He picks up his first. And we get our first opportunity to see Caleb Rennie at the free throw line. Second-year guard from Ajax, Ontario. Rennie good on the first. As previously mentioned, King's College looking for their first win of the season. Some close ones recently, a 1-point loss last weekend at UMB St. John. A 14-point loss 2 days ago at Holland College. As Rennie good on both, and Sir back the other way for the Mounties. Isaiah looks to drive baseline and a kickball. Possession will stay with the Mounties. 18 on the shot clock and a sideline out of bounds opportunity with Isaiah to trigger in. Here's Norris on the far side, drives baseline. Here's Ellison up top. Cut off, Norris, a three from the corner. It's down. Ryan Norris for three. He has stepped up big time here in the second half of the season for the Mounties, and he hits a big shot to get the Mounties going here this afternoon. Armstrong on the drive baseline, tipped by Monroe out of bounds. Possession will stay with King's College. It will be Armstrong to trigger in, 14 on the shot clock. Here is Morris. Gives to Armstrong. Armstrong thought about it, working on Isaiah. Dogurga now, guarded by Norris, gets himself in the paint. A hook shot is good. Nice little push shot in the paint there by Dogurga. Cuts the deficit to one. Here is Eddie Sir. Gives into the post to Ellison. He rips baseline, tipped out of bounds. Possession will stay with Mount Allison, 16 on the shot clock. Mount Allison winners of 6 of their last 7, including a big 4-point win at UNB St. John yesterday evening. Here's Isaiah in the post, working on Rennie. Isaiah, soft touch, no good. Rebounded by Rennie. Armstrong pushing with pace. Monroe looking to stop the ball. Armstrong gets into the paint, kicks out Morris. 3 ball on the way, no good. Off front rim, rebound control by Tim Ellison. Ellison back down the other way. Drives on Dogurga. He's cut off, kicks out Isaiah. Sir, left hand drive, floater, banks it in. Eddie Sir for 2, extending the Mountie lead to 3. But the Blue Devils push it ahead with Morris. Ball's on the floor, controlled by Eddie Sir. Ellison running the floor, gives it up. Monroe lays it in with the right hand. Mounties 9, Blue Devils 4. 2.5 minutes played here in the first quarter. Armstrong looking to use the screen from O'Rourke. He does, gets middle. Thought about it, now kicks it to Dogurga. 3 ball, no good. O'Rourke with the offensive rebound underneath. Rennie fouled, and he'll go back to the free throw line. So a good cut there by Caleb Rennie. Gets himself 2 more opportunities at the free throw line. A strong offensive rebound there by Corson O'Rourke, the undersized 6'2" forward in his 3rd year from Sydney, Nova Scotia. And so Rennie at the line, good on both in his last trip, and 3 for 3 now is Rennie at the free throw line. King's College first in the conference for free throw percentage at just under 71% on the season. And Rennie good on 2 of 2 to cut the deficit to 3. Here come the Mounties now with Sir. looking to use the Ellison screen. He rejects it. A pull-up on the way in and out. Rebounded by Rennie. Blue Devils looking to run in transition. Rennie slows it down. Gives to O'Rourke. Kicks out. Morris. Now to Armstrong. 12 on the shot clock and a travel. Armstrong called for the travel on the right to left cross there. Dragged the pivot foot. And possession will go back to the Mounties. First chance to see Gabe Powder for the Mounties this afternoon as we see Isaiah with it. Now the aforementioned Powder on the drive. Here's Sir. Norris up top to Ellison. Ellison working on Dogurga, gets himself in the lane. Tough shot, no good, and a travel. They say he moved his feet first, so possession will go back to the Blue Devils. Here is Rennie to Dogurga. Rennie guarded by Powder. They get the switch on to Ellison. O'Rourke working on Powder in the post. O'Rourke, a hook shot, too strong. Batted around, controlled by O'Rourke. Kicked out to Morris. Here's Rennie, thought about the three. Now he'll take it and make it. Caleb Rennie has 7 of the Blue Devils' 9 points in the first 4 minutes of this game, and we've got a tie ball game. Ellison kicks it to Norris. 3 ball from the corner, it's good. The response from Ryan Norris. Deja vu there as he hits his second 3 from the exact same spot. He's got 6 of the Mounties' 12 points. Armstrong on the pull-up, it's good. Tarek Armstrong gets himself on the board. And the Mounties lead by 1. Here is Isaiah on the drive. Kicks out to Norris. Thought about the 3, now he'll put it down. Attacks middle and stripped of the ball by Brendan Morris. Here comes Armstrong back the other way. Floater in the lane, tough shot with the right hand, fading away left, and he gives the Blue Devils their first advantage of the afternoon. Here is Ellison in the post. Ellison working on Dogurga. Kicks out, Sir, thought about the 3, puts it on the deck. Floater in the lane, no good. Batted out and controlled by Norris. Good job there by Tim Ellison. Isaiah, 3 ball on the way, too strong, and rebounded by Morris. Here is Armstrong back the other way. Right past Sir and finishes with the right hand. Tarek Armstrong now has 6 of the 15 for the Blue Devils. Him and Caleb Rennie taking over here in this first quarter. Sir, Norris thought about the 3, puts it on the floor. They go into the post now to Ellison. Ellison, tough shot, no good. Rebounded by O'Rourke. Here is Armstrong now for the Blue Devils. Armstrong working on Isaiah. Looking to use the screen from O'Rourke and does. And a carry called on Tarek Armstrong there. And so possession will go back to the Mounties. 4:28 to play here in the first quarter. Blue Devils 15, Mounties 12 if you're just joining us. And our first chance to see freshman point guard Keith Rowan today. Rowan on the drive, he's fouled and making an impact instantly as he gets himself to the free throw line and will shoot 2 for the Mounties. Rowan seeing an increased role this season in his first year after the injury to 4th-year point guard Emmanuel Adunya. Great news this week for the Mounties. Adunya cleared to play this week and will likely see his first action next Friday against St. Thomas as the Mounties get ready for the ACAA championship as well as the national championship being hosted right here at the McCormick Gymnasium. Blue Devils 15, Mounties 14. Here is Rennie. O'Rourke. Armstrong on the far side, guarded by Caden Augustin. They get the switch and knocked out of bounds by Powder. Coach Chapman of the Mounties thought it was off Armstrong's leg, but they'll say possession will stay with the Blue Devils. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Here is Dogurga. And a nice back cut by Armstrong. Tough finish over Ellison. Tarek Armstrong hanging in midair and finishing over the 6'10 Ellison. And we've actually got an offensive foul here that's going to be charged to Tarek Armstrong. So what I thought was a great finish turns into a turnover for the Blue Devils, and now they got to get a stop. Here is Rowan. Uses the Norris screen. Rowan, floater in the lane, no good. Last touch by Ellison. Possession will go back to King's College. And some discussion here between the lead official and the scorers table. And it looks like we're ready to get back underway here. It will be Marko Vitanovic to trigger in. This is Armstrong. Armstrong, guarded by Augustin. Gives to Vitanovic. It's O'Rourke up top. He's going to try a three ball. It's good. Corson O'Rourke for three. And the Blue Devils lead by 4. Rowan up top. They get Norris off the down screen. Norris three. Off the side of the rim. Armstrong pushing with pace. Gives it up to Rennie. Rennie inside. No good. And a foul. And so Caleb Rennie will head back to the free throw line for the 3rd time this afternoon, as Tim Ellison picks up his first foul for the Mounties. Rennie at the free throw line looking to extend the Blue Devil lead past the current 4. Good on the first. He's now 5 of 5 from the free throw line here in the first quarter. Good on both. 6 of 6 for Rennie here in the first quarter from the charity stripe. Here is Rowan. Goes into the post to Ellison. Kicks out. Augustin, a 3 ball on the way. It's good. Caden Augustin for 3. Cuts the Blue Devil lead in half. It's just 3. Here is Armstrong. Nice behind the back move. O'Rourke tries to drive middle. He's going to give it up to Vitanovic. Now Dogurga working out of the high post. Dogurga, jumper on the way, too strong. Rebounded by Ryan Norris, and a foul underneath by Caleb Rennie. And so Rennie will pick up his first foul of the quarter. 3 fouls for Mount A, 4 fouls for Kings. Here is Ellison. Ellison working on Dogurga. Gives to Powder, a short corner jumper, good. And the Mountie deficit is cut to 1. Here is Armstrong. Armstrong guarded by Augustin. Half-court pressure here from Augustin. They give to Rennie. Vitanovic on the drive. Gets himself into the paint. A tough fadeaway. It's short. Rebounded by Powder. And here comes Norris back the other way for the Mounties. Rowan, a 3 ball on the way. It's good. Keith Rowan for 3. And a timeout called by co-head coaches currently of the King College Blue Devils, led by Scott James. Head coach of the Blue Devils, Luke Stevenson, currently off the sideline due to a concussion. We're certainly wishing Coach Stevenson the best in his recovery and looking forward to seeing him back on the sidelines very soon. We've got a 22-20 ball game here. 1:56 to play first quarter. And today marks a special day as we celebrate Black History Month themed basketball home games here at Mount Allison University. As we gather to enjoy these exhilarating basketball games, we also pause to honor and recognize the invaluable contributions of Black individuals to the fabric of our society and indeed the world of sports. Tonight, as we cheer on our Mounties, let us both celebrate the diversity and unity that makes sports such a powerful force for change and transformation, as well as recognize the transformative power of education as a vehicle for empowerment and social change. During halftime, we'll hear an announcement concerning the celebration of Black History Month at Mount Allison, as well as an introduction to Mount Allison's Black Student Athletes Union from its president and founder, Xavier Schimpf. And play back underway here with Armstrong. Armstrong working on Augustin, gives it up to Vitanovic. It's a work up top now. First time seeing Jerome Williams on the floor and a turnover. Here is Rowan for the Mounties. Rowan looking to drive on Armstrong, gives it up to Augustin. A pull up from the elbow, off front rim, rebounded by Armstrong. And possession will stay with Mount Allison. Good work there by Caden Augustin to force the possession back to the Mounties, as we see Rayshawn Ferguson check in for the first time for Mount Allison, replacing Ryan Norris. Ball was tipped, found its way through to Augustin. Here is Rowan, thought about the three, puts it on the floor. Powder drives middle, gets himself into the paint. Augustin, 4 on the shot clock, got to make something happen, hits the deck, and ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go back to UKC. 22-20 our score, 1:15 to play here in the first quarter, here at the McCormick Gymnasium on the campus of Mount Allison University. Armstrong guarded by the reigning ACAA Defensive Player of the Year, Gaio Isaiah. Here is O'Rourke up top. Williams uses the screen from Patterson. Williams gets himself into the lane, shot no good. Patterson with a rebound, kicks it out. O'Rourke, Williams for 3 from the corner, it's too strong. And another offensive rebound for Patterson underneath. Goes up strong and finishes and one. So count the basket and charge the foul to number 5 of the Mounties, Caden Augustin, for the hit to the head on Patterson. Patterson in his first year from Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. The 6'7" forward, no good on the free throw there. Rebound controlled by the Mounties. Tie ball game here. 40 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Horns look here from the Mounties. Rowan uses the Ferguson screen. They go to Augustin. Now they try to go inside to Ferguson. It was tipped and stolen. Here is Tarek Armstrong for the Blue Devils. Armstrong working on Isaiah. Looking for a screen from O'Rourke. Rejects it. Isaiah right there. 8 on the shot clock now for the Blue Devils. Williams. And ball was stolen there by Isaiah. Augustin taking it all the way to the rim. Left the layup short. 3 seconds left. Armstrong, a pull-up on the way. Got it at the horn. Tarek Armstrong with a first quarter to remember. And his shot at the buzzer has given the Blue Devils a 2-point lead as we head into the first quarter break. We thank you for joining us on ACAA TV. We'll be back in 2 minutes. And welcome back to the McCormick Gymnasium here on the campus of Mount Allison University. The University of King's College Blue Devils with a 2-point advantage heading into the second quarter. A spirited effort from the group looking for their first win of the season. Looking at the chat here on our YouTube stream, a shout out from Layla Gibson. Let's go Mounties. Lots of family tuning in to cheer on Ryan Norris from the Thousand Islands today. Shout out to you, Layla, and the Norris family. Ryan Norris, one of two products from the Thousand Islands, himself and Gabe Powder, both played for the Brockville Blazers and head coach Scott Meeson. And we are ready to get back underway here. Blue Devils 24, Mounties 22. Mounties looking to build on an important win yesterday. They're winners of 6 of 7 and looking to get another important win here this afternoon. Horns look, Ferguson with it up top. They go back screen for Ellison, can't get it into him. It's stolen away by Jerome Williams. Here is Williams back the other way. This is Dogurga with Ferguson guarding him. Dogurga drives middle, kicks out. Williams, 3-ball on the way. Shot was too strong. Rebound batted around and controlled by Ferguson. Here is Sir for the Mounties. Gives to Ellison. Ellison to Isaiah. Drives baseline. Reverse layup is good. Gaio Isaiah ties the ball game at 24. Dogurga. And a foul away from the ball will be charged to Eddie Sir. He picks up his first Mountie foul of the quarter. Sideline out of bounds opportunity here for the Blue Devils. 14 on the shot clock. Dogurga. And a nice back cut there from Armstrong, but a miscommunication between the two Blue Devils there. And a turnover will give the ball back to Mount Allison. Here is Sir. Sir looking to go inside, finds Ellison. Armstrong digs at him. Ellison tried to find the cutting Ferguson. It's off his hands. And possession will go back to King's College. And Ferguson will check out of the game, making way for Ryan Norris to return. And Caleb Rennie will check back into the game for the Blue Devils. Rennie, an impactful first quarter for UKC, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Here's Armstrong, spins out of the coverage by Isaiah. Was playing 5-on-4, nearly had it stripped from behind by Isaiah. Rennie thought about the 3, jabs, now he'll take it. And shot was in and out, rebound controlled by Monroe. Monroe now pushing for the Mounties, gives it up to Norris. Does he have 3 in a row? He does! Ryan Norris has 9 points, all from the exact same spot on the floor, and the Mounties have restored their lead. It's 27-24. Here's Armstrong getting into the paint. Dishes off to Rennie, and a travel inside will give possession back to Mount A. Here is Sir, gives to Monroe. Monroe takes the handoff from Ellison, now gives it back. Ellison thought about the jumper. Now he's gonna try to post up. Kicks out, Sir, 3-ball on the way. Hit front rim, long rebound. Norris nearly got to it, but it was out of bounds. And possession will go back to the Blue Devils. As we'll get a chance for one of our junior Mountie athletes to wipe the floor, and we're all set to play again. Here is Armstrong. Armstrong gives up top to Dogurga. This is Rennie trying to get middle. Now they go inside to Dogurga. The hook shot is too strong and rebounded by Isaiah. Here is Sir, gives to Isaiah. Norris thought about the 3 from the corner, drives baseline, strong take and finish from Ryan Norris. He's up to 11 on the afternoon, and we've still got 7.5 to play in the first half. Here is Rennie. Rennie looking for options, gets it back out to Armstrong. 6 on the shot clock. Isaiah steals it away. Ellison 1-on-0 and finishes with the jam. Biggest lead of the game for the Mounties. It's up to 7. Here is Armstrong. Kicks it out to Morris. Morris, tough pass, finds its way to Rennie. Rennie on the drive. He got bumped and he's going back to the free throw line for 2. So free throw attempts 7 and 8 coming up for Caleb Rennie here in the first half. And a consequential foul for the Mounties there as Tim Ellison picks up his second. And will exit this game with just under 7 minutes to play in the first half to be replaced by Rayshawn Ferguson. Rennie good on the first. And good on both. 8 of 8 now for Caleb Rennie at the free throw line. Here is Sir, a 5-point Mountie lead. Sir uses the Ferguson screen. Isaiah gonna try another 3. Off back rim and controlled by Rennie. Here is Rennie driving down the lane and finishing with the left hand. So a quick 4-0 run here, spurred by Caleb Rennie of the Blue Devils, has brought this game back to 3. Here is Sir. Isaiah gives it up to Monroe. Norris. Isaiah thought about it, puts it on the deck. Norris, he's gonna try the 3-ball. Shot was no good, and Armstrong controls for UKC. Under 6 to play here in the first half, and Norris cheated on that. Morris a 3, no good. And rebound control by Sir. Sir tries to go ahead to Ferguson. It was last touched by Dogurga, and possession will stay with the Mounties. 18 seconds on the shot clock here for Mount Allison as we see Corson O'Rourke checking back into the game for the Blue Devils. And Eddie Sir will trigger in for the Mounties. Screen the screener action there for Norris. They go inside to Ferguson. And a foul on the ground first. Charge to Andrew Dogurga of the Blue Devils. He picks up his second. And so we'll do it all again. 14 seconds on the shot clock as Dogurga will be replaced by Patterson. Sir looking for options, goes over the top to Ferguson. Ferguson gives to Isaiah. They go inside to Monroe, and he finishes with the right hand. 5-point lead restored here for Mount Allison. Here is Morris on the far side. Now Rennie. And a foul away from the ball on Gaio Isaiah. He picks up his first. And the third foul of the quarter for the Mounties. There's Patterson up top. Gives to Armstrong. Armstrong, nice hesitation move. And a double dribble. Called by the official on the far side. 5:15 to play here in the first half. And here is Eddie Sir for the Mounties. Spain action here for Mount Allison. Sir comes off the Ferguson screen. Finds Monroe lifting. Now goes inside to Ferguson. Ferguson tries to find the cutting Monroe. He was bumped on the cut and hit the deck hard. Monroe slow to get up here. Tarek Armstrong will pick up his second foul of the quarter as Monroe is back on his feet. Just the second foul of the quarter for the Blue Devils. not close to a penalty situation yet, so the Mounties will inbound on the baseline with 14 on the shot clock. Keith Rowan checking into the game here for Jonas Monroe. Here is Norris. They get it back to Rowan. Rowan to Ferguson. He drives with the left hand. Tough shot with the right, no good. Rebound by Rennie, and a foul on Ferguson on the rebound there. He picks up his first foul. And so with 4:53 to play, foul count currently at 4-2. Blue Devils one foul away from getting into the bonus. And our first chance to see Noah Lopez today for the Blue Devils. Here is Brendan Morris. Hand off to Lopez. O'Rourke thought about the three. Now goes dribble handoff with Morris. Morris gets himself into the paint, stripped by Sir. Ball was knocked out of bounds. Possession will stay with UKC. 6 seconds on the shot clock here. Morris to trigger in. Patterson gives to Lopez. Got to make something happen. 3 on the shot clock. It's Morris, a 3 ball on the way. It's off front rim and rebounded on the weak side by Ryan Norris. Norris gives to Isaiah. Kicks it now to Rowan. Rowan trying to drive with the left hand. Now gets back right. Rowan in the paint, no good. Ferguson underneath, finishes. And the 7-point lead for Mount Allison has been restored. And a loose ball. O'Rourke controls it. Now gives to Lopez. Lopez uses the O'Rourke screen. Morris gives to Lopez. Lopez, a deep 3. It's good. Noah Lopez for 3. His first bucket of the game, and it cuts the Mountie lead to 4. Norris trying to go inside to Ferguson. It was tipped. Rowan controls it. 14 on the shot clock here for the Mounties. It's Norris in front of his own bench. Drives baseline. Strong take and finish. Ryan Norris has 13 points for the Mounties in the first half, leading the way as a first-year player. Here is Morris. Gives to Lopez. Screen set by Patterson, and they're going to call it a moving screen. Patterson will pick up his first foul. Possession going back to Mount Allison here. It is a 6-point advantage. For those of you at home, the scoreboard showing 35-31. Correct score is 37-31 currently. Norris thought about the 3, now puts it on the floor, gets himself to the rim, and a blocking foul. And so Ryan Norris will head to the free throw line as Corson O'Rourke will pick up his first foul. It's the 4th team foul for the Blue Devils here in the second quarter. And so Ryan Norris, already with 13 points, will get 2 attempts at the charity stripe to get himself to 15. Good on the first. And good on the second. So 39-31 our score here. This is Armstrong in the backcourt, guarded by Isaiah. Rennie rejects the O'Rourke screen. Drives, turns it over. Norris with the steal. Isaiah tried to pitch it ahead, but the pass was just a beat in front of Rayshon Ferguson. And possession will go back to UKC. Turnovers have been a sore spot for the Mounties They lead the league in turnovers per game at just over 18. It's O'Rourke up top. O'Rourke driving, spins, fell down. Rennie, left-handed three, no good, and rebounded by Ferguson. Here is Isaiah. He's going to slow down and call out the offense. It's going to be the Spain look here. They find Norris. Hesitated, probably had the three if he took it right away. Now he's going to take the pull-up. It's off front rim and rebounded by O'Rourke. Now they push ahead with Armstrong. No numbers for the Blue Devils. Armstrong is going to take the step-back three. It's off back iron and rebound controlled on the weak side by Rowan. Rowan gives it up to Isaiah. Now Augustin. Norris, another corner three. Hit rim, hit backboard, but did not hit the bottom of the mesh. And a loose ball foul on Rayshon Ferguson as he picks up his second. And that will bring Gabe Powder to the table to replace Ferguson. And a timeout called here by the King's College Blue Devils, as we've got an 8-point game here with 1:40 to play in the first half. Another shout out here on the YouTube stream. Let's go Mounties from the Bahamas, hashtag Ferguson24. So shout out to the Ferguson family tuning in presumably from Rayshon's hometown of Nassau. Mount Allison currently having a pretty good day offensively, a team that's averaging just over 70 points a game, currently at 39 with just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Mounties have certainly prided themselves on their defense this season, particularly since the Christmas break, of which they've won 6 of their 7 games. Mounties certainly not a team that's going to beat you with a high-flying offense, but their defense has kept them in a lot of ball games. Some low-scoring victories here in the last little while. A 68-64 win over Mount St. Vincent here last Friday night. An exciting one to call for sure. And we are just about ready to get play back underway. It is Will Patterson at the free throw line for the Blue Devils. First shot is up and no good. Patterson one more at the free throw line here. Knocks it down. And so the Mountie lead is cut to 7. Here is Rowan on the far side. Looking to use the Norris screen. He gives to Isaiah. Zone look here from the Blue Devils. Rowan, pull up on the way from the elbow. It's off front rim. Long rebound control by Isaiah. Rowan, Isaiah. Now Norris, a corner three. That's off front rim too. Battle for it underneath, controlled by the Blue Devils. Here's Armstrong. Armstrong, cross-court pass. Lopez, 3-ball, got it. Noah Lopez has hit 2 threes here in the second quarter. He's up to 6 points on the day, and he's got the Blue Devils within 4. Isaiah gives to Augustin. Now Rowan, jabs, now he'll try the 3. That's off front iron, and rebound controlled by O'Rourke. Under a minute to play here in the first half. O'Rourke goes inside to Patterson, goes up strong, shot no good with the right hand. Rebound control by Ryan Norris. Isaiah uses the Powder screen. Now gives to Norris. Rowan. Isaiah gonna try another 3. That hit backboard, and rebound control by Rennie. Armstrong, good job there by Rowan to stop the ball. Shot clock is turned off. Armstrong, tough pull up, got it. Tarek Armstrong with a tough shot, fading to the baseline. Isaiah back the other way, he's fouled. So Corson O'Rourke will get charged for his second foul. Blue Devils coach is not happy with that foul with just 1 1/10 remaining here in the half. And a one possession game as Isaiah is no good on the first free throw. Isaiah looking to extend the Memory lead to 3 here heading into the break. And off back iron, shot was tipped and no good from Powder at the buzzer. And so we've reached the end of the first half here at the McCormick Gymnasium here on the campus of Mount Allison University. The University of King's College Blue Devils looking for their first win of the season. They're hanging tough so far. We got a 2-point ball game, Mount Allison 39, UKC 37. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the start of the second half. We thank you for watching ACAA TV. I'm trying to teach Chris for 25 years. He got it in 3 minutes. You're a good man, man.
Conceptualize the creation of a student union group that would allow fellow Black County student athletes to establish deeper connections and foster unity between sports teams, students, and communities here at Mount. What started as an idea has now blossomed into the creation of the BSAU. I am honored to hand the mic over to the first BSAU president, Xavier Chipangula, for him to share his excitement.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Xavier Chipangula. I'm a fifth-year student here at Mount Allison, and I am the president and founder of the Black Student Athletes Union. Today marks a special day as we celebrate our first Black History Month themed basketball game here at Mount Allison. As we gather to enjoy these exhilarating basketball games, we also pause to recognize and honor the invaluable contributions of Black individuals to the fabric of our society and indeed to the world of sports. On this court, where athletes display remarkable talent and determination, we are reminded of the trailblazers whose remarkable achievements paved and continue to pave the way for Black excellence in Canadian sports and academia. From the inaugural achievements of Daniel Gray, who was the first Black athlete here at Mount Allison, to the athletic ability of Major Walter Waller Peters, who graduated from Mount Allison in 1959, and to the contributions of the various athletes, scholars, and leaders of African descent who followed. We stand on the shoulders of giants. Let us remember the Black student athletes at Mount Allison who have and continue to inspire with lasting marks they have left on the realm of education, innovation, and social progress. In the spirit of unity and solidarity, let us remember the courageous individuals who stood up against discrimination and segregation, challenging the status quo to create a more inclusive and equitable playing field for all. Their sacrifices and triumphs echo through history, serving as a beacon of hope and inspiration for aspiring athletes of every race and every background. As we celebrate Black History Month, allow me to introduce the inaugural launch of Mount Allison's Black Student Athlete Union. This community group vows to uplift and empower our Black student athletes to be transformative leaders in and out of athletics. The BSAU currently seats 7 executives, including our Vice President from the football team, Jen Adjett,
Ben. Thank you, Brian.
Welcome back to the McCormick Gymnasium here on the campus of Mount Allison University. We've got a ball game here. It is Mounties 39, Blue Devils 37 as we approach the start of the third quarter. UKC currently 0-15, looking for their first win of the year. The Mounties 8-8, looking for their 7th win of the last 8 games. Coach Chapman called UKC's record deceptive, saying that they've dealt with quite a few injuries this year, as have the Mounties. They've certainly proven to be a tough challenge for the home side this afternoon. Coach Chapman calling Tarek Armstrong one of the best point guards in the conference. He's certainly shown that today. He currently has 10 points. Caleb Rennie leading the way for the Blue Devils with 13. He has the ball now. Now he gives it to Armstrong. Ryan Norris leading all scorers with 15 for the Mounties. Here is Armstrong. Gives to Rennie. They go into the post to O'Rourke. O'Rourke working on Sir. Goes up strong. It's no good. Gets his own rebound and fouled by Ellison underneath. and not what you want to see if you're Coach Chapman there on the first possession of the second half, as Tim Ellison picks up his third foul just 18 seconds into the second half, as O'Rourke is no good on the first free throw. Second on the way is up and good to cut the lead to 1. Here is Sir. Ellison. Horns look, they go to Isaiah. Isaiah underneath, had it tipped and stolen by Tarek Armstrong. Armstrong, lightning pace, gives it up, and Rennie now in the corner with it. They go inside to Dogurga, working on Monroe, a hook shot, rattles around and through. Andrew Dogurga, it's a quick run here from the Blue Devils to take a 1-point lead. Here is Monroe up top, gives to Norris. Norris, back to Monroe. Monroe driving, finds Isaiah. Now Sir, a 3-ball, it's off back iron. Ball's batted around, controlled by Armstrong. Armstrong, no numbers, gets himself into the paint, now slows it down, guarded by Sir. Looking to use the Dogurga screen, gets the switch. Sir with the mismatch now guarding Dogurga. O'Rourke, a 3-ball, it's off front iron, and rebounded by Sir. Sir gives to Norris. Norris drives baseline, cut off. And possession will stay with the Mounties. 19 on the shot clock, baseline out of bounds opportunity here for Mount Allison. Here is Monroe, gives to Ellison. Ellison, now Norris. 9 on the shot clock, gotta make something happen, guarded by O'Rourke. Norris spins in the lane, gets himself all the way to the rim, can't finish, nearly got his own rebound, but it's knocked out of bounds and possession will go back to the Blue Devils. As Vitanovic will trigger in. Now Armstrong bringing it up the floor for UKC. Armstrong rejects the screen, kicks out, wide open 3 for Rennie, it's down. And a technical foul on Caleb Rennie. I'm not sure if it was for the celebration after the 3-pointer or for running into the ref, but regardless, a big shot there from Rennie, but it'll send Ryan Norris to the free throw line for the technical free throw. And so that'll be Caleb Rennie's second foul, which is up and good. And the Blue Devil lead is cut to 3. Here is Eddie Sir bringing it up the floor for the Mounties. He gives to Isaiah. Isaiah dishes to Norris. Norris, a pull-up on the way. It's off back iron, rebounded by O'Rourke. Here comes Armstrong back the other way. He's got Morris ahead of him. Morris, a transition 3, missed everything, and rebounded on the weak side by Norris. Norris gives to Isaiah. Isaiah gets middle, and an offensive foul there on Tim Ellison. And so with 7:24 to play here in the third quarter, Tim Ellison has picked up his 4th foul. So something to watch here. Mounties, not a lot of size off the bench. And so they'll have to play a little small ball here. Tim Ellison, a huge advantage against a team like UKC. We'll see how the Mounties respond to their big man being out. And a kick ball will keep possession with UKC. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Sideline out of bounds opportunity. Joe Gerga hands off to Armstrong. Armstrong blocked by Powder. And Armstrong kicks out. Rennie, 3-ball, stepped on the line. Ball is out of bounds, and possession will go back to the Mounties. Here is Eddie Sir, back the other way. Uses the Powder screen, Spain action, gives to Monroe, a 3-ball. It's down. Jonas Monroe for 3, a big shot. A good contest there from Tarek Armstrong, but Monroe rose up and buried it to tie the game at 43. Here's Armstrong on the far side, guarded by Isaiah. A nice right to left cross, gives it up. Morris, 3 in front of the Mountie bench is no good. Ball's batted around and still loose, and a jump ball called. Possession will go to the Mounties. 43-43 our score. 6.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. And Sir coming back the other way for Mount Allison. Spain action again. Sir, a pull-up on the way. It's off back iron and rebounded by Isaiah. Now gives to Monroe. 10 on the shot clock. Nice cut there from Norris and a foul. Foul is on the ground and charged to Corson O'Rourke. He picks up his 3rd foul. And so 14 seconds on the shot clock here for the Mounties. Monroe up top. Gives to Sir. Sir. Powder. They go inside to Monroe. 5 on the shot clock. Puts it up and rolls in. Jonas Monroe has the last 5 points for the Mounties. And the home side has regained the lead here. 45-43. Just under 6 minutes to play. Underneath, this is Dogurga working on Monroe. He leaves the hook shot short. And the Mounties push him with pace here with Sir. Powder on the run, and he finishes with the right hand. Mountie lead back up to 4. Here is Armstrong. He's going to take the step back 3. That's good. Tarek Armstrong for 3. And we're back to a 1-point game. Sir gives to Norris. Norris up top. Hands off to Monroe. Nice shot fake there. The pull-up on the way is good. Jonas Monroe is heating up here in the second half for Mount Allison. He's got the last 7. Here is Morris, and he's fouled by Sir. A little over-aggressive there with the ball pressure. And Eddie Sir will pick up his 2nd foul. It's the team's 2nd foul of the quarter. Excuse me, the team's 3rd foul of the quarter. And Ryan Norris will check out of the game, being replaced by Keith Rowan. Here is Armstrong in the far corner. Trying to get middle. Guarded by Sir. Armstrong gets himself into the paint. A step back from the free throw line. Off the back rim. Batted around. Still loose. And the shot clock reset at 14. Rennie the 3. No good. And an offensive rebound and a finish underneath by Corson O'Rourke. So an inadvertent horn there gives the advantage to the Blue Devils, and O'Rourke able to capitalize. Here is Rowan for the Mounties, gets himself into the paint. Monroe is going to try another. It's off front rim and rebounded by Brendan Morris of the Blue Devils. Here is Morris, guarded by Sir. Hands off to Rennie. Rennie driving on Rowan, gets himself into the paint, and they're going to say foul is on the ground. And Keith Rowan will be charged with his 1st foul. And the Blue Devils will have a sideline out of bounds opportunity here. And And just some discussion on where the inbound should take place. I believe everyone's in the right spot now. And the ball is in. Here's O'Rourke. Hands off to Armstrong. Armstrong, guarded by Isaiah. Nice crossover there by Armstrong, and he's stripped of the ball. Here's Monroe, 1-on-0, back the other way. Monroe finishes with the right hand, and the Mounties lead by 3. Jonas Monroe has 9 points here in the third quarter alone. And stolen away by Powder. They tried to find Monroe again. It's tipped. Possession will stay with Mount Allison. So Jonas Monroe, a somewhat slow first half for his averages, just 4 points on 2 of 2 from the field. He's now up to 13 for the game. And Caden Augustin will check back into the game here for the Mounties, replacing the fourth-year guard Gaio Isaiah, the transfer from UNB. Here is Powder, gives to Rowan. Rowan looking to go inside, decides to go to Sir instead. Sir on the drive, tough shot with the right hand, and he banks it home. Eddie Sir with the tough shot to extend the lead to 5. Armstrong gives it up, and great play there by Armstrong to find Dogurga in transition. And Dogurga will head to the free throw line, looking to make it a 1-possession game. And no good on the first. Dogurga in his second year, the 6'6" forward from St. John's, Newfoundland. And 0 of 2 from the free throw line there. Here is Sir. Sir guarded up top by Morris. Spain action here. They're going to look for Monroe. Monroe guarded by Vitanovic. Monroe, a 3-ball. It's off front rim, rebounded by Dogurga. And Armstrong was stripped of it by Augustin, but it was last touched by the first-year guard for Mount A, so possession will stay with the Blue Devils. Under 3 to play here in the third quarter, as Ryan Norris will check back into the game, replacing Eddie Sir. Vitanovic to throw in for UKC. Tipped, and possession staying with the Blue Devils. Here's Armstrong up top. Gives to Rennie. Rennie, Vitanovic, now Morris. Armstrong on the far side, guarded by Norris. Rejects the screen, gets himself into the lane. Nice finish there from Tarek Armstrong. The Euro step past Norris, and the finish with the right hand to cut the lead to 3. Here is Monroe. Monroe, jumper on the way, off front iron, and rebounded by the Blue Devils. Here comes Morris, a transition 3, off back rim, rebounded by Augustin. Coach Chapman urging his young point guard to slow it down. Here, and a foul. Charge to Tarek Armstrong. He's going to pick up his 3rd with that foul there. As Jonas Monroe will check out of the game, being replaced by Gaio Isaiah. And Rayshawn Ferguson will check in, replacing Gabe Powder. Here's Ferguson up top, gives to Rowan. Rowan looking to use the Ferguson screen, shoots behind it, and good from downtown, Keith Rowan. A big shot there from the Mounties. Extends the lead to 6, ball was tipped out of bounds. And so Rowan up to 8 points on the day with that 3-ball, his 2nd of the afternoon. 18 seconds on the shot clock here for Caleb Rennie and the Blue Devils. And Isaiah knocked that one away. 1 second taken off the shot clock, so we'll redo it with 17. As we see Jerome Williams checking into the game, as Tarek Armstrong will get what is likely a quick breather till the end of the third quarter and then back out for the start of the fourth. They go up top here to Lopez. Lopez. Good defense here from the Mounties. Blue Devils find Rennie on the drive, and he's fouled. Going back to the free throw line is Caleb Rennie. He's already 8 of 8 from the free throw line, as Caden Augustin will pick up his second foul there. Penalty situation now the rest of the way for the Blue Devils. Quick look here at our comment section on the YouTube stream. Shout out from the Vitanovich family watching from Victoria, BC. Thank you for the commentating from the West Coast. We thank you for joining us. Happy to have the Blue Devil Nation alongside the Mountie Nation enjoying this one. It's been a good one so far, as Rennie is good on the free throw. Rennie a perfect 9 for 9. Not trying to give him the commentator jinx. 10 for 10. And we got a 4-point ball game here. Under 2 to play in the third quarter. Rowan on the drive. Gives up to Isaiah. Now Ferguson working on Dogurga. Rowan up top. Rejects the Ferguson screen. Gets in the paint. Floater is no good. Ferguson offensive rebound. Shot no good. Puts it back again, and he's fouled. And so Ferguson getting not just a second, but a third chance opportunity for himself there. Wasn't able to finish the play, but he will head to the free throw line for 2 free throws. This is the first chance we get to see Rayshon Ferguson at the free throw line this afternoon. The 6'6" second-year forward from Nassau, Bahamas. The Mounties Men's Basketball Rookie of the Year for the 2022-2023 season. Certainly going to be a difficult award to hand out this year. So many first-year players contributing big minutes and clutch shots for Mount Allison this season. Ryan Norris and Keith Rowan, 2 names that come to mind. Caden Augustin as well, as Ferguson was no good on the first free throw. Good on the second. And so the lead is now 5. Here is Lopez for the Blue Devils, guarded by Rowan. Lopez gives it up to Williams. Williams drives baseline on Augustin. Cut off, kicks it out. 3 ball on the way. It's down. Marko Vitanovich for 3 in front of the Mountie bench. And it's back to a 1-possession game as we crawl under the 1-minute mark here in the third quarter. Rowan up top. Gives to Norris. Now Isaiah, zone look here from the Blue Devils. It's Augustin. Norris, corner 3 on the way. He's fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 3. Charge that foul to number 23 of the Blue Devils, Caleb Rennie. Norris good on the first. Ryan Norris in his first year, the 6'6" forward, originally from Ottawa, Ontario, and as previously mentioned, last played for the Brockville Blazers in Thousand Islands in Ontario. And Norris 3 for 3 from the free throw line there. Restores the Mountie lead to 5 as Jonas Monroe will check in for Gaio Isaiah here with just under 41 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Mountie 60, Blue Devils 55. Here is Lopez. Gives up to Armstrong. Armstrong in the paint. He's fouled. We're going to say no shot. And 2 free throws coming up here for the Blue Devils as the foul is charged to Caden Augustin, who picks up his third. And so Tarek Armstrong will head to the free throw line here. Armstrong in his first year from London, Ontario. No good on the first free throw. Armstrong good on the second. And we see Eddie Sir check back into the game, replacing Caden Augustin. Here is Rowan. Rowan guarded by Lopez, looking to use the Ferguson screen, and does. Lopez sticks with him. Rowan finds Monroe. Monroe trying to finish with the right hand. Couldn't do it, but he did get fouled. Charge that foul to number 13 of the Blue Devils, Marko Vitanovic. And Jonas Monroe will head to the free throw line here for the Mounties. Surprisingly, the first opportunity at the free throw line today for Jonas. Monroe is in his third year from nearby Moncton, New Brunswick, and Harrison Trimble High School. And Monroe good on 2 of 2. So shot clock turned off. Mounties applying some pressure here in the full court. Blue Devils will hold for the last shot. They trail by 6. Here is Armstrong with the ball up top. Guarded by Sir. 3 on the game clock. It's Armstrong. The pull-up is no good. And we have reached the end of the third quarter here at the McCormick Gymnasium. We're in for an exciting finish once again. It is Mounties 62, Blue Devils 56 after 30 minutes. And we will be back in 2 for the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back to the McCormick Gymnasium here on the campus of Mount Allison University as we are just about set for the fourth quarter. Mounties currently leading 62-56 over the Blue Devils, who are hanging tough at 0-15, looking for their first win of the season. Mounties looking to hold them off and win their 5th straight. Thank you for joining us and excited for what we witness here in the fourth quarter. Here is Armstrong up top, guarded by Sir. Kicks it out. This is Vitanovic on the drive. Now Williams, guarded by Monroe. Williams, hesitation move, kicks it to Dogurga, and the shot's good. Andrew Dogurga for 2, and the Mountie lead is now just 4. Rowan goes inside to Monroe, kicks out, Sir for 3. And now kicks out to Rowan. Norris, Monroe, trapping defense here. Rowan gets a good look, it's off front iron, and rebounded by Dogurga. Here is Vitanovic. Now Lopez. Lopez hands off to Armstrong. Armstrong attacks with the left hand. Strong take and finish from Tarek Armstrong. As Coach Chapman said, he's one of the best point guards in the conference, and he's proving it this afternoon, keeping his guys in it. Here is Ferguson. Now Sir up top. Monroe. Norris thought about the 3, put it on the deck. Tough shot, no good. And a foul underneath. Charge to Jerome Williams of the Blue Devils. He picks up his first foul. And so the Mounties will have a baseline out of bounds, 14 on the shot clock here as we see Tim Ellison check back into the game just over a minute into this fourth quarter. Ellison, if you're just joining us, picked up his 4th foul early in the 3rd. And a nice pass there to Sir, and he finishes with the right hand. Great find there by the aforementioned Ellison. As Williams on the drive, he finishes. So both squads trading buckets here to start the fourth quarter. Here's Rowan up top. Gives to Norris. Norris, a 3-ball on the way. Short. Rebounded by Dogurga. Here is Armstrong. Armstrong in transition. Rejects the screen. Tough shot, no good. Rebounded by Sir. Numbers here for the Mounties. They're pushing 5-on-4. Monroe kicks it out to Rowan. Norris thought about the 3. And ball was tipped. And out of bounds. Last touched by Eddie Sir. So possession will go to the Blue Devils. But not before we have a timeout called by the Blue Devils. So UKC looking for their first win of the season. Currently trailing by 2, just under 8 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Mounties looking for their 5th win of the season. Or, excuse me, 5th win in a row, their 9th win of the season. Looking ahead, both teams will be in action next on the road on Friday, February 23rd. Both games tipping off at 8 p.m. UKC will be in Moncton to take on the Crandall Chargers. And Mount Allison will be in Fredericton to take on the nationally ranked St. Thomas Tommies. Tommies were very impressive in their last outing here at the McCormick Gymnasium, a game that they led wire to wire. And their strong shooting and physicality never really allowed the Mounties to get anything going in that game, as we are back underway here with Vitanovic. This is Lopez. Now Armstrong guarded by Sir. Lopez gonna try the 3 from the top. It's off the back iron and rebounded by Norris. Here is Eddie Sir. Gives to Norris. Hand off with Rowan. Rowan uses the Ellison screen. Goes to Monroe. Now goes inside to Ellison. Ellison, 7 on the shot clock. A tough shot is no good. Rolled around and out and controlled by Dogurga. Here is Armstrong pushing with pace. Now Williams. Lopez, a 3 from the corner. Too strong. and rebounded by Norris. Sir back the other way for Mount A. Sir gives to Rowan. They go inside now to Ellison. Ellison gets himself into the paint. Floater with the right hand is good. So Tim Ellison gets himself to his spot and puts 2 on the board for the Mounties. It's now a 2-possession game and the Mounties lead by 4. Vitanovic up top, gives to Lopez. Lopez to Williams. Now Armstrong with 7 on the shot clock. A 3-ball, no good. Batted around, controlled by the Blue Devils with Dogurga. It's a nice spin move, but the shot is no good. And rebounded by Ellison. Here is Keith Rowan. He goes inside to Ellison. Kicks out. Sir, 3-ball on the way. Got it! Eddie Sir for 3. A big-time shot for the Mounties. Has pushed the lead back up to 7. Vitanovic on the drive. Dogurga short corner jumper, no good. Monroe controls it. Rowan will lead the offense. Norris gets himself into the paint. Tough shot, no good. And rebounded by Lopez. Armstrong pushing with pace. Armstrong working on Sir. 1 man to beat. And he does. Tarek Armstrong with another tough finish with the right hand. And just like that, we got a 5-point game again. Ellison trying to spin baseline. Shot was no good. Gets his own rebound, and he's fouled by Dogurga. Dogurga will pick up his 4th foul there. And so that will send Tim Ellison to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. Ellison in his 3rd year from Halifax, Nova Scotia, and Citadel High School. The 6'10 forward. I don't want to make any votes beforehand, but likely to be the MVP of this Mountie team, leading the team in scoring and rebounding amongst other stats. And Ellison no good on both free throws. Here is Armstrong. Armstrong splits the hedge, kicks out. Vitanovic, a 3-ball, in and out. And offensive rebound by Williams as he gives back to Armstrong. Armstrong pull-up floater is good. Tarek Armstrong for 2, and we've got a 1-possession game again here as we come under the 5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Ellison kicks out. Sir for 3. Shot was too strong and rebounded by Vitanovic, but a travel as he took too many steps before putting the ball on the floor. Here is Isaiah to trigger in for the Mounties. Now Rowan. 10 on the shot clock here for Mount Allison. Rowan uses the Ellison screen. They go inside to Tim Ellison. He kicks out. Isaiah, good cut, and just one too many passes there, I think, as it was picked off inside. Here is Armstrong back the other way for the Blue Devils. Nice little Euro step and finish. Tarek Armstrong in his bag this afternoon. 1-point game. Here's Rowan. Gets himself into the paint. Kicks it out to Isaiah. Now Monroe. Thought about the 3. Gets into the lane. Shot was no good. Missed the right-hand layup. And with the Blue Devils with a chance to take the lead with under 4 minutes to play here. Armstrong. He's going to take a step back 3. Shot's no good. Ball controlled by Mount Allison with Rowan. Horns look here for the Mounties. Rowan comes off the Ellison screen. Gives to Isaiah. 8 on the shot clock. Rowan up top. Has to make something happen. Right to left crossover. Gives to Monroe. Monroe, a step back 3. Missed everything and a shot clock violation. Will give possession back here to the Blue Devils. And a substitution here as Dogurga will check back into the game. And we have a timeout on the floor as head coach Steve Chapman of the Mount Allison Mounties calls one of his timeouts here in the second half. 69-68 our score. 3:23 to play here in the fourth quarter. We thank you for joining us here today on ACAA TV. Some key performers for the Mounties. Ryan Norris has had an exceptional day. Jonas Monroe has really stepped his game up here in the second half. Had a 31-point outburst at St. John yesterday afternoon. Great to see Monroe following up great play with another good afternoon today. And for the UKC Blue Devils, it's been the Tarek Armstrong show here in the second half. He had 10 points at the break. I don't have an official number, but I believe he's up to around 18 points. And very efficient as well. Has not taken many bad shots today, if any. And he's got his squad right in it here with under 3.5 minutes to play. And here is Tarek Armstrong for the Blue Devils. O'Rourke gives to Vitanovich. Now Rennie. Back cut and out of bounds. They say the pass wasn't touched on the way through, and so Rennie turns it over there, and possession will go back to Mount A. Here is Isaiah. Rowan. Sir, he's going to try a three. It's down. Eddie Sir for three. That's two big-time three balls here in the fourth quarter. And it's now a two-possession game once again. Here is Rennie on the drive. Rennie cut off. Looking for Dogurga. It was knocked out of bounds by Monroe, and possession will stay with the Blue Devils. Armstrong to trigger in here. It is O'Rourke. O'Rourke goes inside to Dogurga. O'Rourke once again can't finish with the left hand. Ball's batted around, controlled by Sir, and a foul. And Dogurga will foul out of this ball game here with 2.5 minutes to play. And a quick little timeout here as the Blue Devils prepare their substitution for the foul out. Chance to look at our YouTube comments again. Shout out to the commentators from the Bahamas. You guys rock. We appreciate you and the entire Ferguson family tuning in from the Bahamas. Looking forward to the conclusion of this one. If you're a Mountie fan, if you're a Blue Devil fan, it's been a good one to watch. Both sides have had key performances from their star players. It's been Tarek Armstrong on the UKC side, and for the Mounties, it's been Jonas Monroe and Ryan Norris. But still all to be decided in this one as we come out of the timeout. 2:34 left to play. Mount A 72, King's College 68. Here is Rowan. Rowan looking to use the Ellison screen. Gives it to Ellison. Now Sir, guarded by Armstrong. Rowan up top. Gives to Monroe. 10 on the shot clock. Monroe gets himself into the paint. Now Rowan drives. Kicks out to Isaiah, and a charge. Caleb Rennie standing in and taking the offensive foul there. charge it to Keith Rowan of the Mounties. He picks up his second. And so possession will go back to the Blue Devils here. 2:14 to play, 2-possession game. They are trailing Mount A by 4. And Vitanovich to be the inbounder for UKC. Here's Lopez. Lopez gives to Armstrong. Armstrong working on Isaiah. Nice crossover move. Gives it up to O'Rourke. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Isaiah. Here is Rowan for the Mounties. Gives into the post to Ellison. He's going to work on O'Rourke one-on-one and a foul. And so some foul trouble here to note for the Blue Devils. We've already seen Andrew Dolgurga be disqualified from this game for picking up his 5th foul. That is now Corson O'Rourke's 4th foul. Tarek Armstrong and Caleb Rennie both with 3. Here's Monroe up top. They go inside to Ellison. Hook shot is good. Tim Ellison for 2, and the Mounties lead by 6. Here's Armstrong. Attacks the hedge. They go inside to O'Rourke, and he finishes with the right hand to cut the deficit back to just 4. Rowan gives to Isaiah. Isaiah, floater in the lane, no good. Rebounded by Rennie. Rennie pushes it ahead, or tries to at least, and it's stolen away by Sir. Coming up on 1 minute to play. Sir up top of the ball. Rowan in the corner. Back up to Sir. Looking to use the Ellison screen. Sir now gives to Rowan. They go inside to Isaiah. 4 on the shot clock. Monroe's got to make something happen. Tough shot with the right hand. It's no good. And a shot clock violation. Possession going back to UKC. 51 and 1/10 left. Mount Allison 74. King's College 70. And a timeout, I believe, called by head coach Steve Chapman of the Mounties. We will be back in 60 seconds after the timeout. And welcome back here to the McCormick Gymnasium here on the campus of Mount Allison University. As we get set for the final minute of regulation play here, it is currently Mount Allison 74, King's College 70, with 51 and 1/10 seconds to play. It'll be Caleb Rennie to inbound on the far side. Rennie looking for an inbounds outlet. He finds O'Rourke. O'Rourke trying to work on Ellison. Now gives to Armstrong. Armstrong gets the switch with Ellison. They kick out to Rennie. Puts it on the floor. Floater, no good. And controlled by the Blue Devils. Rennie, no good. Ball's batted around, controlled by Sir. And here is Norris to Sir. Sir, wide open lane, and finishes with the right hand. Clock not the friend of the Blue Devils now. Here's Armstrong. He's got to go. His team's trailing by 6. Armstrong, pull up. No, he kicks it out to Vitanovic for three. It's no good. And that's just about going to do it. Armstrong gives the foul there on Sir. And you have to feel for the Blue Devils. They left it all out on the floor this afternoon. A very spirited performance on what is senior night here at Mount Allison. And Eddie Sir with 2 free throws here, 8 seconds remaining. He's good on the first to put the Mounties up 7. And Sir good on 2 of 2. Timeout called by the University of King's College. Mounties 78, Blue Devils 70. The Mounties men's basketball team had a chance before the game to honor one of their own. No graduating players this year, but a very important member of the Mountie family, or the Mounties men's basketball family, Noah Lenahan, team manager in his final regular season home game behind the bench. Noah has given 3 years of great service to Coach Chapman in this program and is appreciated by each and every single one of the players and the coaching staff. So great to see Coach Chapman before the game giving the shout out to his manager here on senior day. And we've got 8 seconds to play here. It'll be King's College ball on the sideline. They'll take it on the far sideline. It'll be Vitanovic to trigger in. And a 5 count. Great defense there by the Mounties. Blue Devils couldn't get the ball in. And so a final inbound here from Jonas Monroe, and that should do it. Blue Devils applying some pressure. They are going to give the foul with 5 5/10. So a chance for Sir to pad his point stat a little bit here, keep his averages up. 2 free throws here. Mounties looking to get to 80 points. Sir good on the first. And good on 2 of 2. Here is Armstrong. Armstrong drives, takes it all the way to the rim, can't finish, and that will do it. And so the Mount Allison Mounties keep the good times rolling. They have won 5 games in a row now. They improved to 9-8 on the season, and they will play their final game of the regular season Friday, February 23rd against the St. Thomas Tommies in Fredericton. That brings the end of the home schedule for the Mounties this season. And a special thank you from myself. This was my first season commentating these men's basketball games here at Mount Allison University. It's been a great experience to follow this team as they get ready to host the national championship. And it's been great to share these exciting games with you for these last few months. On behalf of Ian Allen, Benjamin Hushaud, and the rest of our crew, I've been Tyler Vincent. We thank you for joining us on ACAA TV. We'll see you next season. Have a great night.